Hey guys, how you doing? Now today I'd like to talk about the order of operations. In the past, a lot of people have learned the order of operations using the acronym PEMDAS, which is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And while this is okay, I don't like it because it implies that multiplication always comes before division and that addition always comes before subtraction. And I know that when we teach it, we may say, well, multiplication and division are interchangeable. But when you're thinking about the minds of your students, they're very concrete. They can be very specific, and they have a hard time interchanging the two. So I prefer using the acronym GEMS. Now, GEMS stands for groups, exponents, multiplication or division, and then subtraction or addition. And when I teach this, I find my students have a much easier time flipping the multiplication or the division, because I also throw in there that when we're doing the multiplication or addition and subtraction, or the multiplication or division and the subtraction or addition, they have to make sure that they're working from the left to the right side of the problem, or the expression, or the equation, whatever it may be in your case. And today I thought I'd just do a quick example of how this works. So up here we have this problem, and the problem is 18 divided by 6 times 2 plus 4 take away 2. Now, another thing I like to do with my students is I stress routine and I stress repetition when possible, because I want to solidify that process with them. So what I'm going to do first is say, okay, I'm going to use GEMS to simplify this expression. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at GEMS and say, G, groups. Are there any groups in this problem that I could simplify first? Looking at my problem, I see that 4 take away 2 is a group. So the first thing I'm going to do is 4 take away 2, that equals 2. Then I bring down the remainder of the expression so that I can have a clear picture of what it is I'm working with. And now I go back to GEMS and I say, okay, now that I've got 18 divided by 6 times 2 plus 2, do I have any groups that I should take care of first? Look at my problem. No. Are there any exponents? No. Is there any multiplication or division? Yes. And this would be the sticking point for some people with PEMDAS and GEMS. PEMDAS is going to say multiplication before division, when technically I know we teach it as OR, but kids are going to see it as multiplication before division. So instead, I go with multiplication or division. Very important to point that out. Included in one letter, gives them an idea. Now they're going to look at the problem and they see multiplication and division. And they're going to say, oh, it says multiplication or division, but I know I need to work from the left to the right of the problem. So in this case, the division comes first. I'm going to do 18 divided by 6, and that's going to be 3. Bring down the rest of the information I haven't used in my expression. Done. Mistake there. That is supposed to be an addition sign. Cool. Now, I go back to order of operations. G, are there any groups? No. E, are there any exponents? No. M, is there multiplication or division? Yes, there's 3 times 2. So I'm going to do 3 times 2 next and get myself a 6. Bring down the remainder of my expression, and I'm left with 6 plus 2. And at this point, you might just be like, okay, good, it's 8, I'm done. But again, I stress that routine and that practice with my students. So I say, nope, we're going to go through this order of operations one more time. Are there any groups? No. Are there any exponents? No. Is there any multiplication or division? Nope. Is there addition or subtraction? Yes. Then I do this one last, and I take 6 plus 2, and I get 8. Again, I do this. I prefer GEMS over PEMDAS. I think it's a little more relatable and a little bit easier to comprehend for my 5th grade students that I have this year. And again, I also stress the routine. You've got to practice that routine. It helps solidify the concept. Again, just practice as we go. Anyway, that's all I got for this week. I hope everybody's doing great.